you got your arm hanging out the window and you have tattoos on your arm and that sun's just beating down on it. What is good, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Justin and you guys are here with JustInkD. So summertime's pretty much here, and if you're somebody that's new to tattoos, you're gonna learn quite fast that although summertime's a great time for partying, enjoying the beautiful weather, and probably the best time to show off your new and old tattoos, it's actually in reality the worst time for your tattoos. So in today's video, we're going to be going over all the places and things that will damage your tattoo in the summer, ways to go about fixing them so your tattoos will no longer be put at risk so they can look their absolute best for now and for the future. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. In this channel, we pretty much talk about all things that are tattoo related, my experience, opinions, and certain topics, but most importantly, my journey towards getting amazing tattoos and working towards an awesome bodysuit. From the Pharaoh to the Anubis to the out of this world astronaut, all have been amazing pieces done by Brandon, and what I got for you guys in the back of the thigh is incredible. It is something you do not want to miss, so go ahead, subscribe so you don't miss that or any other future tattoos as well. But let's get to today's video, guys. Let's go. So summer used to be my favorite season of the year, but as I started getting more and more tattoos and ended up having now 3 sleeves, it's become one of my least favorite seasons of the year. Not because of the barbecues, the great vibes, chilling with friends and going on adventures, but because of the heat and because of the sun. Now, it's funny because during this time, even though it is the worst time for your tattoos, it seems that everybody is showing their tattoos during this time, and it's totally understandable because that's one, you want to show them off, 2, you want to have as little clothes on as possible because you're going to be hot. So, you know, there's ways to go about fixing all these situations that we're going to kind of go into with this whole topic. Now, the first thing I want you guys to do, and this is going to start the whole video off and it's pretty much start every day off from the summertime, is one of these. This is a moisturizer and a sunblock all in one. It's a great 2-in-1 product that you should definitely start every morning off applying. Not only because it'll now moisturize your skin, keeping the tattoo looking more vibrant, keeping your skin healthy, but also having that SPF in it as well does help against blocking the sun out from any kind of things in your everyday kind of lifestyle. So it's just an added protection just to go about your day. Now, I would like to know and hear what you guys use in terms of the products. I use Aveeno. I like this product, but I would love to hear what you guys use in terms of a moisturizer that does have an SPF in it as well. So let's start off with an obvious one that you probably already guessed about, and that is the beach. And why the beach? Because of the sun. Now, if there's one thing that I can tell you guys, and I hope you guys take away from this whole video, is that the sun is your worst enemy. Avoid it and protect against it at all costs. The beach, when you go to it, you're going to catch a shitload of rays, and with rays and the sun rays, they have UVB and UVA rays in them, and these are detrimental to your skin and your tattoo in terms of fading it. Think of the sun and think of its rays as a laser machine that kind of fades your tattoo. It's not the kind that kind of instantly goes and hits it. It's a lot slower of a process that you don't even notice. So when you do go to the beach, I want you to do all these things in terms of protecting your tattoos and your skin against the rays of the sun. The first thing I want you to do is apply sunscreen. That's the first and most obvious thing, and you're going to hear me say that throughout this whole video a lot. But the next one I got for you is bring an umbrella or a towel that you're able to kind of put over yourself if you are tanning. When I'm at the beach, sometimes I have an extra towel that I throw on my sleeves, and I have my whole body still tanning, but my arms and my legs, say, are under that towel and they're better protected against the rays of the sun. Now, this last one is optional just because I know the beach is hot, and that is bringing UV protected kind of clothing. Again, that's optional because it's very hot and I'm sure not a lot of people want to wear clothing at the beach, but it's always good to have it in your bag just in case. So now that I mentioned how bad the sun is and how bad the rays are to your tattoo and to your skin, can you guess something that's even worse and it offers even more rays? You probably guessed it and you're probably thinking of it. They're tanning beds. If you use a tanning bed, you're pretty much saying, I don't care about my tattoo, and you're walking yourself into a laser machine. The longevity of a tattoo is pretty much destroyed by a tanning bed. And the reason why is they offer about 3 times more UV rays than the sun does. That's a lot attacking your tattoo and your skin. And what makes it even worse is usually when you walk into a tanning bed, you're nude, you're naked, and you are fully exposed to all those rays and they're just hitting you. So there's no way of protecting at all in terms of maybe clothing or something. Now, how I would go about kind of using and fixing this situation, I don't use tanning beds, and that is the first thing I'm going to kind of mention is just don't use tanning beds. But if you are somebody that wants to use them and wants to get that color and there's no other choice, I recommend you use sunscreen, a high kind of SPF one. Let it sit for a bit before going into the machine. And if you can, find something that can protect the tattoo. Maybe a band-aid, maybe a piece of cloth, clothing, just something to put over, just so you're protecting that tattoo. So summer is all about going outside and enjoying the nice weather. And these next activities I'm going to mention are super popular that we tend to do all the time during this time. And they are going for walks, going for runs, going on bike rides, and going for hikes. We all do them during this time. And we got to watch out because these are such like everyday activities that we kind of forget about our skin and our tattoos. So what I would recommend you guys do during this time is one, again, make sure you're applying that moisturizer and that SPF daily. Again, wear sunscreen if you're going out for a longer walk or run. The next one I got for you is use the shade to your advantage. If you're going for a run or you're going on a walk, some buildings will cast the shade on the sidewalk. The other sidewalk is usually going to be kind of a lot bright and sunny. Use that other side that is shaded and just walk on that side. It's simple, it's an easy little fix. And then for the bike rides and hikes, I definitely recommend you invest in some UV protected clothing. Again, it's just going to help you on those long journeys in terms of a bike ride if you're going for a long one, or on a hike. You just want to be protected against that, and you might be able to use the trees to your advantage as well if you're going on hikes. So this is probably one of the worst ones in my opinion, and the reason why I say this, it kind of goes unnoticed a lot of the time when you're doing it. And let me explain. Think about it. You're going for a car ride in the summer, you're going to go for long rides, you're going to have that sun beating down into your car. That window is just, that glass is just acting as a magnifier, and you either got that AC blasting so you feel really cool, or even worse, you got the windows rolled down so you got that nice air, that fresh breeze hitting you in the face, and you just feel cool, you feel good. Or even worse, you got your arm hanging out the window and you have tattoos on your arm and that sun's just beating down on it and you don't even notice it. So the one thing you got to watch out for is that breeze that's cooling you down, or that AC. Going about this and fixing this whole thing and this whole situation is, one, again, wear sunscreen, have sunscreen in your glove compartment. And the next thing I usually do is I usually have a microfiber cloth on the side of my door, and I use it for cleaning purposes, but I also use it sometimes and put it on my leg when the sun is just beating down on my leg. I throw it on there, I tuck it under my leg, and it doesn't move, and it stays there, and it acts as a good preventer from the sun and the tattoo. The final one that I got for you guys is get tints for your car. It helps great in not only making your car feel a lot less hot, but they also are usually UVB protected, and that is great for your tattoos. It acts as an extra barrier for the tattoos, and it's just an overall great investment. Now, you can't say summer without thinking about this piece of equipment, and that is boats. Going on boat rides or doing things that are associated with boat rides, you know, tubing, water skiing, wakeboarding, or even using sea-doos. All those things, fun times. I do it all the time in the summer, but you really got to watch out for a couple of things. When you're in a big body of water, the lake or the ocean, that water is acting as a huge reflector, and you're just catching so much more rays and so much more sun when you're doing this kind of activity. The next thing that you really got to watch out for when you're going for those boat rides is you're usually going at a high speed and you have that wind just, you know, hitting you. It feels great, feels amazing, and you kind of forget about the, you know, the heat and the rays hitting your skin. You feel that cooling effect, which is very kind of bad because you really tend to forget about what's happening. And even worse, if you're doing those activities, you have that water splashing on you, so you feel even more refreshed and even less to kind of remember what's happening to your skin and to the tattoos. So how I would go about fixing this situation and what you should do is, again, wear sunscreen, you guessed it. And if you're doing those activities as well, is have a wetsuit. They are perfect for, you know, canceling out and protecting your skin as well. And then if you're on a boat and it has a tarp or something, use that shade that it is offering to your advantage. So the next one I got for you guys, and this is one that a lot of us do majority of the time during summer, and that is swimming. You're still catching a lot of those rays when you're doing this. Water does kind of absorb a lot of the rays, about 60%, and it will increase if the water is more murky and the deeper you go. But for majority of us, we are usually in pools that are clear and that aren't too deep. So we're still getting about 40% of those rays. And you got to watch out for this, especially because now you are in a pool, you feel refreshed, you have that super cooling effect going on right now because you have the water just all over your body. So you're not even thinking about those rays hitting you. And also, you really got to watch out for as well, because water is a great reflector. So you're just catching so many different angles that water is just reflecting those rays and that light onto you. So you're going to catch a tan and you're going to get those rays a lot more. And how I go about in terms of, you know, watching out in this situation is, again, sunscreen, but I really make sure that, one, it's waterproof sunscreen, and two, I want to make sure that it is staying on for about 20 to 30 minutes before I go swimming. You want to make sure that it's really soaked in and dried before going swimming, because if you go in too quick, you're just going to wash it off and it's pretty much like you've done nothing. Now, I hope I'm not scaring anybody from summer or the sun. This video is not meant to do that. I want you guys to go out and enjoy your time. I want you to go out and enjoy summer. But this is a time when we usually let our guard down and we tend to forget things and tend to forget our tattoos and protecting them. So that's why I'm making this video, just to kind of help you guys remember your tattoo is going to thank you so much in the long term, 10, 15 years down the line, if you do all these things starting now. Because if you disregard them and you go ahead and forget about the sunscreen and all that, and you let your tattoo just get hit by all that sun, it's going to look so much worse 10 to 15 years down the line if you didn't do all this than if you did. So try to take all these small little steps and include them in your daily activities, because I guarantee you your tattoo and you are going to feel a lot better down the road. So I want you guys to go ahead and comment and let me know if there's any other places, things, or activities that I didn't mention in this video that usually go unnoticed that are very big in terms of damaging your tattoo. Please let me know so I can be aware and others can be aware as well. But I also want you guys to go ahead and give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe so you can participate in my weekly giveaway of the Sanitarium sheet. We now have 2 winners per week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, Justin out. Later, guys.